My name is Kneeckoh and welcome back to another competitive Pokemon Scarlet and Violet moveset guide video. Today we are talking about the Minecraft mob itself, Garganacl. Garganacl is a really cool Pokemon, and honestly it has pretty minimal movesets in terms of stuff that's actually worth using, but it is still just a fantastic Pokemon nonetheless because of what it can do. So if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more videos like this in the future. Be sure to check out the Discord where people over there playing Pokemon all the time, but let's get into it. So Garganacl, again, the Minecraft mob, it's a fantastic design. I love the look of this Pokemon, and it has such minimal movesets that honestly I don't really see the point of doing the singles and doubles thing that I normally do, because this Pokemon plays about the same in both. It plays about the same in both. So I'm going to just have the VGC overlay on screen here, but understand that these sets apply to both VGC as well as singles. I don't think it's as prevalent in singles, but it's still just a very, very good Pokemon nonetheless. So again, this is just going to save me time in the editing process. I'm going to have to make a whole lot less graphics for this particular video by combining them. So anything that you see that says VGC can also be applied to singles, but let's get into it. So the first set that I'm going to provide you with is going to be one that I feel is the tried and true for Garganacl. Everybody's using this freaking set. Everybody. It's just super good, right? Because it just makes sense for what this Pokemon is. With this Pokemon having a base HP stat of 100, base attack of 100, and a base defense of 130, this just makes sense. So EV spread is as follows: 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 special defense with a careful nature. That is what I recommend running on this particular Pokemon. I also recommend a Ghost Terra typing because of the ability Purifying Salt. This Pokemon cannot be hit with status effects at all, much like Good as Gold on Gholdengo, super nice, but Ghost power against it is also halved, which is very, very big. Now, I recommend the Ghost Terra typing because a big weakness for this particular Pokemon is fighting types, and Ghost just doesn't care about fighting types at all. So it just makes sense, especially with one of the future movesets that I will talk about. So this is, again, the tried and true moveset that most people are running on this Pokemon because it just works. Salt Cure, the signature move this Pokemon gets, is absolutely nuts. It deals 1/8 max HP every turn, or 1/4 max HP if it's a steel or water Pokemon. Absolutely insane. Like, you can just stall with this Pokemon and do just crazy damage, and it does damage every time you use it. So you can keep using this move, continue to do damage while getting the end of turn damage as well. So it's super, super good. Next up is Iron Defense, because we want to raise that defense as much as possible. Just make this bulky, 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 because it also gets body press. And with that defense stat being as high as it is, the body press shenanigans on this Pokemon are through the roof. They're astronomical, right? So keep boosting that defense and just be awesome. Now, obviously, this is something you need to be aware of. Right now, Dondozo is very popular in the format. Obviously, Garganacl's seen some play. So there are a lot of Pokemon that are running things like Haze, or running things like Clear Smog, things like that. So like Murkrow is something that's going to be a threat for this Pokemon, or a Moongus is going to be a threat for this Pokemon. So you need to be aware of those and build your teams around them accordingly. The final move is Recover. Again, you can stall out with it. It's very, very nice in that regard. The item I like is Leftovers, just because if you're trying to stall out with Salt Cure, you're able to just, just keep using Recover and Leftovers to stay in it. I just think it's a really fun Pokemon to use. But the other moveset that I have, instead of Iron Defense, you could run Curse, right? You're going to lower your speed. This Pokemon's slow as dirt anyways with a 35 base speed. So you're slow as dirt anyways. You're going to lower the speed, but you're going to raise your attack and your defense by 1. And then you have the Ghost Terra typing. So then when you get tired of cursing and you feel you're at a good stage, ghost it up and curse that Pokemon. So that's a valid option instead of Iron Defense, and something a little cheeky that could be pretty fun to do. And Pokemon that this is going to pair well with, obviously in the single side of things, single battles, you're going to have a lot of Pokemon that just don't care about fighting types. Just don't care. So things like Gholdengo, Gengar, any of those ghost types, Ceruledge, Armarouge that are seeing a lot of play. It doesn't like water types very much. Clodsire is seeing some play in singles. Clodsire would be good because it gets water absorb, or any water type really. Gyarados is seeing some play. Rotom Wash is seeing some play. Another great Pokemon to play with this particular one. So a lot of Pokemon there in terms of just matching the type weaknesses. But also, you know, pairing this with a rock, fire type Pokemon that doesn't like rock type would also be very valuable. So things like Skeledirge or Arcanine would be fantastic with this Pokemon because you can rotate it in and take whatever rock type hit could potentially be coming. In terms of VGC and doubles, I think Grimmsnarl is a fantastic teammate for this particular Pokemon. One, because you can, you know, taunt, do all your normal stuff, or parting shot, do whatever you got to do to prevent the Pokemon from, you know, slowing down the roll of Garganacl. You know, using Grimmsnarl into and faking out, you know, a Murkrow or something, doing this, that, or the other is super valuable. So this Pokemon is fantastic, especially because you can set up Reflect and make this Pokemon even more bulky. So setting up screens is fantastic. So I think Grimmsnarl is one of the best partners for this Pokemon. Amoonguss also a great partner for this Pokemon because you're able to use Rage Powder and, you know, redirect a lot of the stuff. So another fantastic Pokemon for pairing with Garganacl and letting Garganacl kind of stack and do its thing. Really fun. Again, Rotom Wash is going to see a lot of use with this. Gyarados can see some use with this. Just water type Pokemon that'll take that hit for you. Very nice. And again, you know, this Pokemon hates fighting types, so Goldango works very well with this Pokemon and stuff like that. So a lot of options and what you can run with this Pokemon. But again, I don't think there's a lot of movesets outside of what I talked about in this video that are worth actually running on the Pokemon because of just what it does and how well it does that thing. I don't think it's worth stepping outside of those bounds personally. But as I say in all these videos, if you have another moveset that you think is fun and it works for you, leave it in the comments below. These are not the only ways to play these Pokemon in these videos that I'm making, but if you have something fun and useful, share it so that way everybody else can use it as well. If you found the video entertaining and helpful, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Be sure to check out the Discord, like I mentioned at the top of the video. People over there trading, showing off shinies, talking competitive, doing all that fun stuff. So check that out as well. Be sure also to check out Dubby, very good. Add it to some water, shake it up, delicious, 10% off with code Kneeckoh. And if you want to see more from me, check out my mouse hold video. Mouse hold is super fun to use. Check that out and check out Goldango. Goldango's a lot of fun and is just a dominating force, especially on the VGC side of things. So check it out. But like I said, that's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.